Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm here for a book haul and unboxing. My book outlet boxes are finally starting to come in. So the first one I have is from like the 18th of December, and the second one I have is from Boxing Day, which is the 26th of December. And they finally just got here this week, and it is currently February 11th. So I got these boxes like 2 days ago. And I cannot believe it took almost 3 months or 2 full months or whatever months to get here. So I also have one thing from Amazon that finally showed up, and then a bunch of stuff from Book Off. If you watched my Hawaii vlog, there's a little section of me walking into a used bookstore called Book Off. But I didn't show you anything because I spaced it. And I thought about coming back in and adding a little piece in and showing you, but I was like, you know what? I'll just show you one here, so you'll get the Book Off stuff too. So the first thing that's on here is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and that is not a sticker. I thought it was a sticker. It's not. So I ordered this the beginning of December, and Amazon told me that it was returned undeliverable and that they were going to send me out a new one. So I get this in the mail yesterday, and I went to look, and it is not the new one. It is the original one, which means that it got delivered after all, and also means I may end up with the second one. Gotta love the mail here in Guam. So many duplicates, but it finally came. I'm looking forward to reading it. As soon as I read this, I'm gonna read The Upside of Unrequited, but I wanted to read this first. I know you don't have to, but I know that some of the characters in this one end up in that one, so I wanted to read them in order. Here is my pile of stuff from Book Off. I was really excited about some of it. Some of it I don't know much about. A couple of these books are a little bit on the more damaged side, and I guess I didn't pay attention when I picked them up because I was so excited about the titles they were that I wasn't paying attention to the physicalness of it. So the first one I have is the Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. This is one of the ones that's it's got water damage right here on the bottom corner, but it was $5. So I mean, I'm sure I probably could have gotten a better deal someplace else, especially for a damaged one, but oh well, I have it now. I'm looking forward to reading it. I don't know anything about it. And the funny thing is that as much as it's talked about on BookTube, no one actually talks about what it's about, so I don't know. So a lot of you guys know I have an Alice in Wonderland obsession. I'm slowly making this little area over here bigger with lots of extra Alice in Wonderland stuff. And I've had a couple people suggest that I get this Alice book. It's called like the Chronicles of Alice or something. And I couldn't find it anywhere. Every time I found something online that it was like used or something, it'd be like $30 per book. I found them at Book Off for $5 and $7. So I am really excited to read these. I know there's still one more. It's a Lost Boy one though, so it doesn't go with the Alice. It goes with the same theme, but I guess these are supposed to be like super gory, super weird retellings, and I'm really looking forward to them because A, I love Alice, and B, I love retellings. I don't care how deep and gross they are. So for a little change of pace, I bought an Nora Roberts book, and I thought this sounded really cute. It's called The Guardians Trilogy. And let's see if this book has it. There's some of these books I found out have little summaries on the copyright page. I did not realize that books did that, but apparently some books, most books, have a little summary on the copyright page. This one does not. What was this one about? So this one says, to celebrate the rise of their queen, 3 goddesses of the moon created 3 stars, one of fire, one of ice, and one of water. But then they fell from the sky, putting the fates of the worlds in danger. And now 3 women and 3 men join forces to pick up the pieces. So that sounded interesting. I guess each book follows each of the women or something like that. This one's about Sasha. And I am looking forward to reading it. I was looking for something just kind of cute and fluffy, and I have no idea if Nora Roberts is that kind of book or not, but I think it is. I think Nora Roberts is more of a romance writer, but I'm not sure. So I guess I'm gonna find out soon. The woman who wrote this book also wrote a book called The Girl from the Well. And The Girl from the Well was this really, really creepy book about Japanese mythology or something. I can't remember, there was a couple of them. All I know is that it gave me the creeps like no other book ever has. But I absolutely loved it. And when I found out that she wrote another book, I really, really wanted to read this one too. And of course, because there's 2 of them, I asked NetGalley if I could have the second one, and they gave it to me. So I have to read the first one before I can read the second one. This one has a summary on the page, on the copyright page. And the summary says, T's gift for death magic means that she is a bone witch, a title that makes her feared and ostracized by her community. But when an older bone witch trains her to become an Asha, one who can wield elemental magic, T will have overcome her obstacles to make a powerful choice in the face of danger as dark forces approach. I'm looking forward to it. A couple of these books I don't know anything about. I didn't read them. Me and my husband were looking through, and he'd find a couple books here and there that he thought I might like. So here's one of them. It is the Flappers series, I think. It's called Vixen. I have no idea if this is even the first book. I think it is though. I think he double checked it for me because he likes to do that. This one doesn't say. So I have no idea what this was about. All I know is that he said it sounds just up my alley, that it's got to do with the 20s. The back says, you're wealthy, defiant, beautiful, dangerous. It's 1923 and anything goes. Okay, I'll read it. The next one he found was only $1. It's a Ted Dekker book. I've never read anything by Ted Dekker, but I heard that he writes really good stuff. And my husband picked it up. He read the back, says, I think you'll like this, and added it to my pile. So the next book I have is The Chemist by Stephanie Meyer. And yes, I'm a Twihard. I love Twilight. I liked The Host a lot as well. I have not read this book, but it's Stephanie Meyer, so I'll give it a shot. Now I'm trying to go through and get all of the Heroes of Olympus books. And my son wants my box set, which I got from Book Outlet, and it was really dinged up. So I don't mind giving it to him, but I gotta get the rest of the hardcovers because I already had 2. So I bought 3 from Book Outlet. It'll be here in like a month. This is number 4. Now I need number 5. This is the book I paid the most money for. And it's Alice in Wonderland. Everything else was like $5. This was 10. Why I spent so much on it, I don't know. But it has beautiful pictures. It is in graphic novel format. I thought it might, it's kind of like a manga drawings, but it reads like a normal graphic novel would. So it reads in the correct way. But it was so pretty, and the artwork is fabulous. Check out the Queen of Hearts. She's like a geisha. Well, this is what I think of as a geisha. I don't know if I could be totally wrong. I'm sorry if I am. But I think that it is completely worth all the money. Yay. All right, so let's get on to the Book Outlet boxes because, hello, let's be honest here. This is probably what you came for most of all because that's what I look for when I see a book haul. I'll watch any book haul, but if it's a Book Outlet unboxing, I am much more likely to pick it up. This one was open, so there's nothing missing in it. But I don't think there is because the part that's open is right here, and you can see it's pretty jam-packed full. Keeping in mind that I have not, it's been almost exactly 2 months since I bought this. I'm not exactly sure what's in here. So let's just find out. All right, so some things I obviously remember buying, I just don't remember. Yes. So the first one I have is that Mishulov gave to me. I thought this sounded really cute. I wanted to read it for Christmas. It's almost Valentine's Day, does that count? And then we have Roses and Rot. I have no idea, I don't remember. It's about an artist retreat that holds dark secrets. That's good, right? My husband's creeping around the house. It's kind of weird. All right, the next one. Oh, I was looking forward to this one. This one's Jane Steele. It's supposed to be like a Jane Austen with a serial killer. I've never read Jane Austen, but I was intrigued. So there we go. Jane Steele. You'll have to let me know if you've read it. Like always, you don't know if I've read any of these because I don't know what half of them are. This one's called The Mirror Moon. I think it's a middle grade. I don't know, but the cover's really pretty. I have a problem. Book outlet is my poison. It is my drug of choice. So A Fierce and Subtle Poison. A lot of people were picking this up a few months ago and everyone seemed to like it, but I don't know anything about it because no one ever said anything about it. And again, very pretty. This is the second book in the series. This one's called Seriously Shifted, and it's a book about witches. I got the first one for like during Halloween time, but I don't know where I put it. So I get to go find that later today. Then we have Summer Days and Summer Nights. It goes with the other one that I have. This is the summer version, and I checked this out from the library and we read the first story and it was really cute. And so I'm looking forward to reading the rest of them. It's just love stories that happen during summer. And I can read love stories any time of the year. It doesn't have to be summer. All right, and then these two go together. They are Monstrous and Ravenous. It says the city of Briar suffers from the magic of an evil wizard. Because of his curse, girls sicken and disappear without a trace, and all live in fear. No one is allowed to outside after dark. Night is when Chimera come to the city with a cloak of disguising her wings and the bolts in her neck as her spiky tail. Her mission is to rescue the girls of Briar. So it's a Frankenstein retelling, and it's a two-parter. The last book in the box is Big Little Lies. I've heard Leanne Moriarty is an amazing, amazing author. I almost bought a couple of her books while I was at Book Off, but I had to keep my pile somewhat small, so between me and Annalise, we bought 12 books. I have 10, so I do still have one of her books though. I'm looking forward to trying her out. Oh, here's a bigger one. This is my entire box from Boxing Day. And I want to say Boxing Day was one of those ones where you bought $100, you got $45 off. So I bought $100 because hello. So I think I spent $55 on this entire box. And it's got like 20 plus books in it. I shouldn't be using that pair of scissors, but I'm too lazy to go find the other ones. All right, box opened. Receipt. That way. Paper. Paper. Over there. All right, so first things in the box is Harry Potter. Harry Potter's Artifacts and Vaults. I have been really, really curious about this book for a long time, and I am very excited to have a chance to actually read it. There's chapters on brooms, there's chapters on the Golden Snitch, which I think is part of a bigger chapter. You have the Vanishing Cabinet. You have all sorts of like little things. You have, I mean, it's gorgeous. I love it. I'm so excited. And it will go with the rest of my Harry Potter loot right up there. But yeah, I'm so excited. All right, I don't know what's in here. All right, so the first book I see on top is called Pretty Girls. I think this is like a thriller horror thing, and I don't read those very often, but occasionally I'm in the mood, and I got this for when I'm in the mood. So I have Zodiac. Wandering Star. I have Zodiac in here somewhere too, but I'm not 100% sure where it is, so I'll find it in a minute. So this is another like thriller type book. It is a book of short stories. It's called Slasher Girls and Monster Boys, and I thought this would be fun because, well, I get into short stories once in a while. I get stuck in the big books and I want to read something small and, you know, concise. Short stories work perfect. This is called Anya's Ghost. It was one of the graphic novels that I was told to read, and I tried to find it like in bookstores, and it was like super expensive. It was like 20 bucks or something for this. And I was like, no, let's not do that. So I found it on Book Outlet for a couple bucks, and I'm like, let's do that instead. Most of these books you'll get nice long information from once I read them. So we also have The Flame Never Dies. This is part 2 of The Star Never Rises by Rachel Vincent, and I have number 1 in the other room, so now I have number 2 to go with it. Let's see. So I have a Casey West book. I have The Fill-In Boyfriend. I heard this one was really good. I just got done reading By Your Side, and I liked it a lot. And we also have a Katie Cotugno, because I was told that I needed to read her. And this one's called 99 Days. I have no idea what it's about, but I was told that this was one of the best ones to start with. So I went ahead and grabbed it. I have a problem. I have not mentioned that 1,000 times already. So, Spindlefire. It's about Snow White. I'm sorry. It's about Sleeping Beauty. Wow. It's about Sleeping Beauty, and anything Sleeping Beauty is me. So look, it's about Sleeping Beauty. Ah, there it is. Zodiac and Wandering Star. It looks like there are 4 right now in this series. The third one is on Book Outlet, but I haven't bought it yet. I almost bought it today, but I decided not to. So it says, in the galaxy where your sign determines which planet you call home, Reo, a young guardian of Cancer, must find a way to unite the divided houses of the Zodiac before the ancient evil destroys them all. I figured I'd start with the first 2, and if I like them, I'll move on from there. Unless, of course, the other one comes in paperback. So I also have Ashes to Ashes and Dusk to Dusk. So the problem with buying these books so far away from when I get them is that by the time they show up at my door, I don't remember what they're about. I didn't know these were about. I thought they sounded really good. Oh, here we go. 16-year-old Callie McPhee, a ghost existing in the prison between Earth and the next dimension, is torn between Nick, the boyfriend that she left behind when she died, and Thatcher, the spirit who is teaching her how to hunt. That says haunt, not hunt. Wow. Okay, so there's those. And then we have A Madness So Discreet. I've never read a Mindy McGinnis book. I do have one. It's not out here anymore, I moved it. I do have one, but I got it from, there's a sticker on the back that says this book is our last copy and does not meet quality standards. If you're not happy with it, please contact us. I'm curious why I would not meet quality standards. But I've been told that Mindy McGinnis writes really, really great books. This one has something to do with the insane asylum, I want to say. But I am looking forward to it because I heard really, really great things about this, about her as an author in general. Everything but her brand new book I heard was kind of crap, but I've heard everything else is really good. So I just grabbed one that I happened to see there because I was curious. All right, so I already have Fallen Kingdoms. Now I have the 3rd book in the series. The 2nd book, it did come out on Book Outlet eventually, but it came out in hardcover, so I have not bought it yet. But I do now have 3. I already bought 4 in paperback, so I'm going to get 2 in paperback, and then we can do whatever after that. I just can't go paper, hard, paper. I can do papers and then hard, or I can do hard and paper mixed together a different way, but I have a book over there that goes hard, paper, hard, and it drives me nuts. So I try not to do that too much. So I skipped 2, went right to 3. I have 4 coming. I don't have 2 yet, but whatever. To go along with that, I got the Book of Spirit and Thieves, which I guess is supposed to be a companion novel to those ones, so hopefully I like it. I have The Winter's Curse, which is the first in the series. There's also The Winter's Crime and The Winter's Kiss, which are going to be in other boxes, but I don't know which ones or where they are. All I know is I was searching through all of my past stuff and they've all popped up. So this is the first one of the series. I hope it's good. I don't really know what it's about. I know it's fantasy. There is a map inside. I know they went through a cover change. I like these ones much better than the other ones. Let's see, this one has a summary. Oh, this one does have a summary. An aristocratic girl who is a member of a warmongering and enslaving empire purchases a slave, an act that sets in motion a rebellion that might overthrow her world as well as her heart. I'm okay with it. Sounds good. This is about Princess Aurora. And as I mentioned before, I really, really like anything that has to do with retellings of fairy tales. And this just happens to be, like I told you with Spindlefire, one of my favorite Disney movies. One of my favorite stories in general. I like the Brothers Grimm one too. I think it's Brothers Grimm. The original one. I can't remember. I think it's Brothers Grimm. But this is another one of those books. I have no idea if it's part of a series or if it's just a standalone, but when I see 100 years after falling asleep, Princess Aurora woke up to the kiss of a handsome prince and a broken kingdom. I'm good with that. Let's see. All right, the next book I have is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. I have another Lisa Maxwell book that I'm looking forward to reading soon. It says, on the very front, it says, "Stop the magician, steal the book, save the future." That sounds good enough for a synopsis for me. I'm okay with that. I've been trying to get this one for a while, and I finally got it, and I can't even remember what it's about anymore. This is the only problem with these books. I keep saying it, but it keeps being true. I got Perfect, which is number 2 for Flawed. And last but not least, I got The Story of Land and Sea. Oy, all the books that I cannot remember what they're about. In a small coastal town. This is in a small coastal town in North Carolina. During the waning years of the Revolutionary War, an incandescent debut novel follows 3 generations of families, fathers and daughters, mothers and sons, masters and slaves, characters who yearn for redemption amid the heady brew of war, kidnapping, slavery, and love. Someone talked about this in one of their channels, but I've been watching too many new people and I cannot remember who it was. But they said this was amazing, and that's why I got it. And it's really short, but it's, you know, about all these this different family, and I am very, very curious about it. I get into these historical fiction moods, and this will be perfect for one of those moods. So that's it. Those are my big piles of books, and I hope you enjoyed. I will be sure to let you guys know how I'm liking them as I get to them. I need to go charge my phone, but once it's charged, I will scan all these into Goodreads, and you guys can help me keep track of all of them that way, because everything on my to-be-read list on Goodreads is a book I either have physically or on my Kindle. So, not all of them are from my Kindle. I only did a few from my Kindle. I got bored after a little while scanning them, and it's easy and fun. But anyways, that is it. That is my haul. I've got 4 piles of books sitting next to me, 2 in front of me and 2 next to me. But I'm excited, and I hope you guys had a great day and enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.